Hello, my beautiful chasers. Welcome back to our channel. So, we have a good one for y'all tonight. Hey, 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 hey. Um, this question was two of them. It's from Claire Nelson, and I'm gonna leave all her information like somewhere like right here. You can follow her on Instagram and all of that good stuff. So, we have two. She gave two really good suggestions for this week's video, and the first one is advice to young married couples, young Christian married couples, and then the second one is
siblings.
Yes, how to help your child with a sibling. Advice to young married Christian couples. Well, it's funny that you mentioned that. Today is our 4-year anniversary.
Do you know what today is? Everybody always sing that when somebody's anniversary, so why not?
It's our anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
Well, by the time you see this, it's probably going to be like a couple days after our anniversary. But happy 4 years to us. Happy 4 years to us. Happy 4 years to us. Okay, so the first thing I have to say is keep God first in your marriage. There is no way we could not have made it without God. I'm telling y'all, we wouldn't have made it the first 6 months. It was crazy. And sometimes it still gets crazy. But we pray a lot. We step out on faith. We pray for each other and ourselves because we know, that we can be a hot mess sometimes. And I don't have a problem admitting that I'm a hot mess sometimes. So we pray for each other. We pray for ourselves. I would just make sure you keep God first. Please.
Not only pray, but you have to listen. You just have to listen more than you talk or complain or, pray even because, God will send you help and answers, but, you can't receive nothing when your hand is making a fist.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, your hand being open is a sign of transparency. I'm not trying to preach to you.
That's good, boy.
But that's what it is. Everybody wants to be right. There's nobody in this world that do not want to be right. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Different walks of life, different things you learn. It all seems to clash when you get married. And it does, and it's supposed to, because not everything you do is right.
Mm-hmm.
Simple. Not everything the other person is saying is wrong. Y'all are coming to make a covenant to be one, and when you mesh something together, it's a big collision.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Before it can gel, there's a fight to it. So yeah, and it's not always a bad thing. People, believe me, it's not always a bad thing. As much as we want to make it seem like, and let me say this real quick, everybody who even not saved or not married but they want a boo or bae, you better be careful what you're asking for, because you can simply have somebody who give you what you want and then leave.
Mm-hmm.
But to be married, it's a whole different animal. It's not just this person make me feel great, or you know, hugs and kisses and playing video games and butt grabbing.
It's more than a meme. What was it?
Grandparents.
Oh, you can answer.
Yeah, it's not a meme, or you know, it's not a one-sided expectation. It's way deeper than that. Go ahead. I don't feel like this phone about to ring again. But yeah, that's all I had to say. You know, you gotta constantly learn your spouse, and that's not something that you just get down pat. You don't get to know your spouse by dating. Sorry to tell you that, because at the end of the day, they can show you whatever they want to show you, and then you know, go on about their way. But it's something about being married and being under one house, and you know, you will understand that people are actually really psychopaths. And you just gotta love them through it, no matter how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so eager to give up. You know.
That's funny.
You know, unless you on the brink of losing your life. I almost lost my life.
That's not the truth. Stop
You know what I'm
telling
saying?
people that.
She was arguing with me and hit me while I was driving.
That is not.
And I almost had to swerve the car.
The Lord is listening to you right now.
You know what I'm saying?
The Lord is listening to
Put
you
on
right
something
now.
that didn't happen.
When did that happen?
I can tell you what street it happened on.
Please tell me what street it happened on.
Oh, what was that street?
See, you don't even know.
No. Going towards Notre Dame, crossing North Michigan.
I don't know.
See? You don't even know.
Because that's not the truth. He just lying. He just made up any little street in South Bend.
Yeah,
you can say any street in South Bend and be like, yeah, that street right there.
That's not true.
That is true.
Go ahead and talk.
Anyway.
Almost died.
No,
Let's
you
put it like
didn't.
that.
No, you didn't. No, he didn't. Don't listen to him. Anyway.
You see how aggressive she just got?
You making me forget what I was about to say.
How? Call the cops.
Yo, this is what I deal with
over here.
on a daily basis. Anyway. I forgot. Okay, the second thing is find a mentor. A older seasoned couple that's been married for about 15, 20 years to help you, because you're not going to figure it all out by yourself.
Especially in these days and time. I know we're not supposed to say that, but it's true. Because everywhere you look opposes marriage. And it opposes faithfulness. And it opposes a healthy lifestyle.
Just like, little side note. Just like the whole Sierra and Russell Wilson story.
Media queen right here. So.
Let me tell you, because this is just nuts. This woman finds a good man that wants to marry her. They get married. She leaves the dude that was, acting crazy, didn't want to, just wanted to be, wanted her to be a professional baby mama. And she leaves him, finds a happy life. I swear this story sounds so familiar. But I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on. So
we gonna cut that out.
no, we're not. So she she finds her a happy home, finds her a husband, gets pregnant, announces that she's pregnant yesterday. Announces that she's pregnant, and people go nuts, calling her all out her name, talking about she's trying to just get back at Future, like just dumb. That's just crazy how the world looks at finding happiness. Because if she was just stuck being somebody's baby mama, they'd be like, oh, she ain't got no ring yet. She study having his kids, but ain't got no ring yet. But then as soon as she finds somebody to be happy with and settles down and actually, is trying to build a family, a healthy relationship, I can't believe she did that. She did. She that. I swear this story sounds so familiar.
In a nutshell, like one of my favorite artists, Eshawn Burgundy, he says, they'll hell you to nail you no matter who you are. So that's what we dealing with.
Yeah. But anyway.
I'm done.
But anyway, back to what we was talking about. The situation at hand. Find you a good...
You see that? Switching personalities.
Find you a good seasoned couple to help to guide y'all, to help guide y'all in your marriage, because you ain't got the answers, Sway.
I knew she was gonna say that.
You ain't got all the answers. You and marriage is really hard. Like, it's not a walk in the park. Like my husband over here said. It ain't all kisses and hugs and oh I love you and blah blah. It's more deep than that. So you got anything to add to that?
Everyone that's a critic is not always wrong.
You better say that.
You just, you can't be scared to give information or even express your opinion and how you feel. And one thing, let's bring the respect level, back into just general relationships, period. Everybody don't have to agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? But when you married, if y'all have a disagreement, y'all need to come to a common place where it can work for the both of you and what's best for the house. But I would suggest y'all first pray together.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say. I'm done.
That was good, husband.
Thank you.
Let's see. Another thing. What's this, number 3? Number 3. Make sure you take out time for you and your spouse. Yes, life is crazy. We know. Kids, jobs, keeping the house up, all of that. It happens. But at the end of the day, y'all need time to yourself. Not just let me not just sitting on the couch watching a movie. You need time to talk with each other. How are you feeling today, babe? What do you think we need to do to get over this hump that we've been in? What do you think? What are some things that we need to pray about? What do you need me to pray for you about?
What do we each other need to work on?
Yes, what do we need to work on as a couple and individually? Like, you need time to talk. Yes, sitting on the couch watching a movie, that's cool. Do that too. You need a balance of both. I would say more of the talking but you still need a balance of both, because we all need that little intimacy, time with our spouse. But what I'm saying is, make sure y'all are communicating with each other. Make sure you're talking to each other, um, and not getting angry with what your spouse is saying to you, or being overly sensitive to what your spouse is saying to you, because, like he just said, made a lot of good points tonight. Everybody, what you say? Everybody that's a critic is not always wrong. This is one thing that we do. This is one thing that I always say to my friends who say, like, my non-married friends that say, like, oh, you letting your husband run you, blah blah blah, like, why you gotta call him, like, get that. This man I can say, okay, babe, I'm going out here, at this time. He could be like, no, I don't think that's a good thing. Sometimes I need to stop and be like, okay, because this man can see things sometimes that I can't see. If I could say, oh, this person's supposed to be coming, he could be like, nope. He could shut that down right there. And sometimes I would get, upset about it and be like, well, babe, dang, let me do. But he can see things, he could see things that I can't see, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
There are some things that I'd be like, babe, and sometimes he go and do it just like I do, and then we come back to each other and be like, babe, you was right, man.
Mm-hmm.
You was right. I shouldn't even, and that's that connection that you have to have with your spouse, and to not be scared to say it also, because I would never ever want to put him into a situation where he could potentially get hurt, because at the end of the day, he could not only hurt himself, but our whole family could be destroyed with one simple decision.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we have to think about things like that, because sometimes it may seem like our spouse is being overbearing, or they don't want you to do anything, but I promise you, if you just sit back and listen
and see each other's point of view.
Yes, and see each other's point of view. It's not what they're saying to you. It's probably not even that bad.
Now, sometimes, hey, they could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. But that's what you need to come and communicate about. But if you have this sort of attitude, well, I'm grown, you can't tell me what to do, then maybe most likely you the one in the wrong. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's, I always tell people this: if it don't help me produce, then I don't want to do
it. If it's not beneficial to me, let it be. That's good.
Or if it's only beneficial to me and I know, and not my whole house, I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another topic for another time. So.
Yeah. We can touch on that a little bit, because we
gotta keep them guessing. We gotta keep them waiting for most stuff.
Hush! This is just a little thing, like what we always say to each other. What we tell our children. One motto in this house, in the Chase household, is: once you walk out of that door, you're not only representing yourself, you're representing this entire unit. I will never, ever, ever step foot outside this house and go outside looking any kind of way and acting any kind of way, because at the end of the day, my children and my husband are being represented as well. And I tell my children all the time, If you're gonna do something stupid, you better do something stupid before you walk outside this door. Because if you do something stupid outside this door, I will act stupid with you. We have to represent each other. This unit, this family, we are one. We represent each other. We love each other. We represent each other to, you know. And a lot of people will say to us, like, man, y'all children are so respectful. And I will say, thank you.
And I'll be like, you have no idea how hard we work.
Right.
To get them
like there. Y'all have no idea how hard we work to get these kids to act right. Like, we don't beat on them or nothing like that, you know. But, you know, it takes hard work and dedication. And to get this knucklehead right, you know, it takes hard work and dedication. Y'all know how hard it was to groom this man to be the man that he is. I'm serious though. No, but seriously, like, man, this video could go on forever, but we're gonna stop it right here.
Yes, so everybody, good night. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe, all that. Later. Wait.
Thank y'all for watching.
I said that.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Appreciate you.
We will probably do another segment, part of this segment too, because we can go on and on about this.
Long-winded, y'all. I'm sorry. Yeah. You make my point.
Good night, y'all.